In this video, we're going to feature our wire bonsai specimens, and I'm going to give you a walkthrough on how to create your own. First specimen is beautiful copper wire with green leaves, which is really unique and makes it very special. Second one is the smallest of the examples I'm showing you, but very detailed. As you can see, has pads of leaves. And then we have our semi-cascade style in a taller pot. So to start your wire bonsai, first you'll take equal strands of copper wire, the thickness just being the thickness of the trunk that you want to create, and then you'll twist them together. Once you've twisted them together, you begin to separate your roots strand by strand, and then you divide them in half, section by section. You start to ramify them out just like you would the branches. And twist tightly. And we flatten them a little just to get our shape. Now we use our wire pliers to bend and create movement in the roots. Curved lines always look more visually appealing than straight lines, so it's always good to give them some movement. It'll look a lot better when we're finished. So now we begin to divide off our first primary branch. We make sure that they're the outside wires that we're separating, and then we just twist and ramify out the branch like we would a natural tree. So now we begin to wind our copper wire. We do small circles around the pliers and then twist them back on themselves. So circle by circle. That's 2, 3. There we go. Now we've created a small cluster of circles. And we just continue winding it back on itself. Flatten it a little. And we just continue this process strand by strand. Now we give it a little bit of shape and bend it down using our hands, and we've created our first leaf. And so we move on to our next strand. We just form them into a cluster together to give them a little bit of a 3D effect. There we go. So we'll continue this branch. That's the first secondary branch complete. And we begin to work on the second secondary branch. And so strand by strand, we just continue to wind it down, circle on circle on circle. These crafting pliers you can get at any beading store, like Michael's or anything like that, any craft store. We just continue to shape our leaves, and then we start on the next strand of wire. Add it to the cluster. Give it that 3D look like a real tree. Once we've wound up all of our strands of wire for that branch, we can shape the branches and give them movement. We have our branches in place. We'll give the shape of our trunk and start planning out our next primary branch, which will be the one off to the other side, but we have a very nice start here. We'll wind that the same way we did the first primary branch, and this is a good start for a nice wire bonsai. So, one last look. We have these three. And the one we've just started. Thank you, everyone. Please don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button.